I enjoy a really good, meaningful plot twist. Not just like a random one for no reason.
Right.
But, deliberate and it makes sense where you're just like, oh my God. And then another one, you're like,
yes. Hey, besties.
Hey.
Welcome back for another episode of the Hello Bes-tea podcast. I'm Maggie.
I'm Tashima.
All right, guys, let's get into it. Book club. What you got this week, teams?
So this week we're doing Kill for Me, Kill for You
Yep.
by Steve Cavanagh. And I'll read a little synopsis. So, two strangers make a deadly pact to commit murder for each other while a woman's home is invaded by a blue-eyed attacker. That's like a little tiny...
I think that about sums it up, yeah.
So, on Goodreads, it has a 4.5 star review, which I think is pretty good. So, one of the reviews said... What a ride. I inhaled this book. OMFG. No notes. Gripping from beginning to end. Move it to the top of your TBR if it's not there already. Your TBR is a mile long, you say? Who cares? Better move this one to the top of your list. And then they kind of go on to like summarize the book or whatever. Let's go to some of the 3-star reviews. I'm going to summarize this. A twisted version of Strangers on a Train, really good concept, and there are sections where where the tension is high and there's some good twists. However, it just doesn't work for me as I can't buy into what transpires. Too barking even for me, so here I am waving from Outlier Island. For the record, I love the author's Eddie Flynn books, but I don't seem to find his standalone works quite so well for me. I don't even know who Eddie Flynn is.
Apparently the author, I haven't read any of the books, but he has a series that revolves around a character named Eddie Flynn. And that's what he's well known for.
Oh, okay. From Steve Cavanagh.
Correct.
Oh, okay, okay. Steve Cavanagh is an amazing writer, and I did enjoy this read. However, I have some conflicting opinions. How I feel about the first and second half of the book are completely different. The first half I could not get invested in because I felt the premise was overdone. I've read multiple books and even watched a few movies with the exact same plot. However, halfway through, the writer strategically placed a twist to force the plot into a completely different direction. This is what makes Cavanagh a genius, because he took a plot that's been done before and brought a new spin on it. With that being said, I became invested and enjoyed the rest of the book from that point on. They gave a 3-star review.
Guys, stop doing that. You ruin people's...
Yeah.
That wording doesn't reflect a 3-star.
Okay.
Okay.
That feels like you should have given it, let's say, 4 stars, and in the comments said originally, like the first half of the book I would give 3, and then it therefore became a 4.
Right.
But yeah, girl.
You're messing people up.
Yeah. So, with that being said, what would you rate this book?
I would rate this book a solid 4. I thought it was good. I enjoyed reading it. I love the character development. There were a few twists, but 2 major ones that were...
Yeah, there was some major plot twists.
Yes.
I don't remember... I feel like I've seen a movie that had this Strangers on a Train plot. So maybe I saw the movie a long time ago, but not to the point where I remember the details about it other than like the premise of 2 people making like a kill pact.
I feel like I've heard of this type of thing before, but I can't pinpoint it. I've never seen or read Strangers on a Train. I know a lot of people reference that in regard to this book. Even
in the book.
Yeah. Facts. I thought it was really good though.
Same.
So I enjoyed reading it.
I guess with that being said, like we're going into this not comparing apples to apples or anything like that. We're just
I have nothing to compare it to.
Going
standalone
based off of this book, period.
Yep.
So let me pull up my questions. Your general impression, what did you think of the novel's twist? And at what point did you realize Naomi and Ruth were the same person?
When they started doing the double timeline, that I was kind of like, why are they talking about this woman though? Yeah. Where is Ruth coming from? It felt out of left field, but the more they went into it, I was like, there's got to be some kind of correlation.
Right.
So while I didn't personally put it together that they were the same person, once I found out, it was like now it makes sense.
Okay.
So it wasn't more of a shock. It was more of a
necessary connection.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. It was more of like a thank you for clearing that up, because I was wondering who this chick was. So now that makes sense. So it wasn't it was more of a like, okay.
Yeah.
Now I see why.
It was very confusing because I kept thinking that the person who did this to her would be the connection that brought all this together. And then for a second, like, I don't know. Like, I didn't think that she would be the connection into all of this.
Right.
That, to me, I was like, damn.
Yes. Yes.
That bitch is crazy.
That's why it wasn't, the whole, like, how many people she murked or got murked based off blue eyes and, ma'am.
Yeah.
That's a whole level of trauma that just can't even be, what are we doing?
Really, like, that messed her up.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm not trying to make fun of a victim that's a very traumatic thing to go through.
We're just talking about the character.
Correct.
And a
very basic
book.
Yes. Yes. Wild.
Yeah.
Wild. I would say the thing that, and I don't know if you're going to get to this, if you want to go there, the thing that got me the most was her husband, Ruth's husband.
That was heartbreaking.
That was heartbreaking. Now, that was like I wasn't expecting him to react the way that he did and to literally just jump out of the window in the fashion that he did. But I can't imagine doing what he did, murdering this man in a hotel room off the strength of your wife telling you that's the guy that did it to me. Yeah. Then you guys sit down and watch a news conference together, find out that it couldn't have been that guy because he was out of town. Right. And then just her seeing another guy on TV. That's the guy. That whole thing was
like the realization at that moment where he's like, "Oh, this is your
right.
We're not coming back from this, and there's no way that I can live with myself knowing that I just compromised every single moral in my body and then go to prison."
Right.
With all the people who I just put there?
And you so easily just, it's this guy, it's this guy, it's this guy. That
I wasn't shocked by I was shocked that he jumped off the balcony or whatever.
It was abrupt.
But I was more shocked at her reaction.
Yeah.
Or lack thereof.
Right. Right.
To the fact that he just killed himself.
Right.
Because at that moment, I was just kind of like, what is happening here?
That was crazy.
Yeah, because she was like, that's him. Within like a matter of him figuring out that wasn't really the guy, and she's like, oh, that's him. I was like,
Same. It really showed how unhinged she was and just how little value she had of human life at that point.
Yeah.
He just killed someone that you just said was the guy. And he asked her, are you sure? She was offended. Don't you think I would know the person who... Apparently not. Because you thought however many men was.
Yeah.
Girl.
So was the ending surprising to you? Or not?
The ending was surprising, but it was a little unbelievable just based on the contacts, how quickly that happened.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, because I can just imagine from her standpoint, she's been spending 11 years, however long it was since she was attacked, trying to find this guy, thinking it was him, and then, whoa, this is really him. Mm-hmm. He takes off, because I wear contacts. Mm-hmm. And I know you don't just take out your contacts temporarily, have them in, are they just sitting on his fingers, then he just pops them back in when before the other. So that part was a little unrealistic, just in the,
Yeah.
But it was like, damn.
I was.
And then she got taken away.
Yeah.
I love the way that it went down. Mm-hmm. you know that this is me, but I'm going to make sure that when everybody else comes back, they think you're the crazy one. Mm-hmm. And that in itself is a whole other type of abuse to her, just not even related to what he did previously.
It felt sweet, though.
Yes.
Because of everything that she did and what she was about to do. Mm-hmm. At that point, I no longer felt sympathy for her. Yeah. Like, you have beyond crossed the line. Like, all these people that she did this to, mm-hmm. including her own husband. Right. You deserve that part of it. Right. But yeah, that was juicy.
Yeah, that was juicy, and I loved it. I think I was just taking it too literal. Like, I mean, so where were his contacts?
Yeah, I wasn't thinking of that. I was just like, plot twist. Right. The idea of swapping murders. How did you feel about that whole thing? Like, them coming up with this idea to do this thing.
I was about to be like, I thought it was cool.
I'm like, genius.
I don't know if cool is the right word, but seemed plausible. Right. You know, I mean.
Seemed like the perfect way to do it.
Yeah. However, takes mad trust in someone else.
For sure.
I definitely think there's a certain level of, we have the same type of hurt. I'm not going to understand your hurt in the way that you understand my hurt, but we both lost people that we love because of these guys. Right. So I can't be the one to take out my dude, especially Amanda, because she's already like been stalking this dude, and it just would have been really obvious. So it made perfect sense to do it the way that she did when you actually execute it.
How did you feel when she stopped answering the phone?
I was like, here we go. Here we go. Yeah. When she went to attack the dude, I was like, she about to get... When she showed up like, I already did it. Wait, excuse me?
That was really fast.
What?
But she planned it so perfectly because she went MIA.
She did.
And then she's like, it's done. I did this.
I did it while you were at the meeting, so you had an alibi. Now, you go do this for me. That was when it was like...
It happened. That part wasn't as... It made sense, but it started like... It felt really fast. But I think that's what they wanted. Like, he wanted us to feel this sense of, like, urgency and stress over, like, okay, now we got to do this thing. You have to do it today.
I felt the urgency, but it just felt like... You guys didn't plan this out, though. You had one drunken night together. You guys said that you were going to do this thing. You gave her a general guideline of his schedule, but... To do that, there should have been more planning. Mm-hmm. So that was the first red flag.
I just dressed up like a hooker and then I murked him. What?
She's just either really crazy, as she was, or I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I felt so bad for her, though, when she found out that he wasn't dead.
I did too.
I was like, my heart was broken for her, and it felt like, she lost her daughter and her husband all over again.
I felt like, thank goodness, things worked out, even though she got her ass beat, but thank God things worked out the way that it did with Quinn, because she went there intending to kill him. Mm-hmm. Didn't work out that way, obviously.
Thank God.
But also, she didn't hold up her... Because she left there with guilt. She almost got killed herself trying to do this.
DNA all over the wall.
Yeah. I mean...
Yeah.
And she didn't even do it.
Mm-hmm. And thank God she did it.
I was like, damn. We went to her house and she was gone?
Apartment clean.
Like,
cleaned out.
But it was like, this is why you can't make pacts with someone that you just met a few hours ago, regardless of how your grief is.
Mm-hmm. The whole thing was just... And just knowing how she had done this for so many years.
Different aliases, different names. Yeah. She just preyed upon vulnerable people that were hurting and just wanted to feel better about what had happened to them.
If you could change something about the story or a character's decision, what would it be?
I mean, I wonder what would have happened if Amanda didn't get into the car with Billy that night. Because let me tell you, Billy played his role. Billy played his role to a T.
He was so good.
She did this to me too. Her name was such and such. She convinced me. Which, did they ever say in the book how he knew that she was going around doing that?
He basically was like tracking her, like cyber tracking her.
Okay.
And then like, I don't quite remember how he stumbled upon her, but I think he put the connection in because of like news articles of people that had been murdered in a certain area, and they all looked just like him, which is why he started wearing the contacts.
Okay.
And yeah.
And he put the pieces together.
He started tracking the like the murders, and that led him to like, you're the one. Naughty.
Crazy.
And then was trying to find, like, he started finding the correlation, because then, you know, some of those people who murdered those people came out was like, this woman told me to do it. And then that's how it all like started to unravel. But he was good.
Girl,
like,
he played his role.
Twist, never saw coming. Now, I thought something was off about him. He just was too conveniently placed. But I bought it because he's like, yeah, she did this thing to me too. But then he's like, wait here, I'm going to go up. I was like, something ain't right. Yeah. Then when I found out that he was Mr. Blue Eyes,
I know the doorman was happy to see them coming.
My mouth dropped. I was like, he's Mr. Blue Eyes? Yes. That was like, you've been getting on my nerves.
That was a good twist.
Yeah. So how did you feel about how he repaid Amanda?
I felt like he was a real one for that.
Yeah.
Because knowing that you have murderous tendencies, and that was the crazy thing about all of it, because you're doing all of this because you attacked her 11 years ago and didn't finish the job. So he had I feel like once you do things like that, what's to stop you from doing it again? Did you just get a wild hair? Or because he just broke into Ruth's house and did that to her. It wasn't as if like
he had been. Huh? He had done that to other people.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
So he could have done that to Amanda at any point in time. He just didn't for whatever reason. So after the fact, you find out who he was. It made it even more like, she dodged a bullet right there, because he could have done that. So the fact that he didn't kill her and instead like, I took care of this guy for you, and here's why I gave you the Dolly Parton tickets, because I wanted you to have an alibi. It's like,
ended up being kind of like a kill for me, kill for you situation.
Right.
That part.
That was like a thank you for helping me find her.
Correct. And I mean, at that point, she's like, that bitch deserved it.
Right.
Like, thank you.
Right.
You just tied up all my loose ends, and now I can move on with my life. Because when I tell you that woman literally lost everything.
Yes.
Like, your in-laws basically flew in town, buried your husband while you were in an insane, like, locked up for 72 hours, buried their son, and then went back.
Right.
Done.
Crazy.
That I just, like, my heart was really, really broken for her.
I remember finishing the book and feeling the shock at Billy exposing himself, and then again, wow, okay, he took care of Crone for you.
Yeah.
I don't think that there were any loose ends at all. We know that Ruth ended up going back to a psychiatric facility, but I do kind of feel like at one point, do you hold someone more accountable other than taking them to, I mean, I understand that pleading insanity and all that is a thing, but at some point, she was far gone, but this was premeditated too. She was going out of her way to find alternative identities, to join these groups, to meet these people, to do this. It was premeditated.
Yeah.
So at what
and telling
point,
them how to do it, when to do it,
right,
and was about to kill an entire family.
lying to them and telling them that she's done things for them so that they would do it for her. So
I felt she was a really big coward.
yeah, absolutely.
Like having all these people do your dirty work for you, basically.
That's not even your dirty work. You're just finding people. Like, she was a serial killer and not doing it herself.
Not getting her hands dirty.
Yeah.
So it was like, well, I've never really had to do this myself. Yeah, because you're a coward.
Right. So I think the only thing is I would have liked to have seen more punishment for her than going back to that just seemed like an easy way out. Some people would argue with that, but I don't think that you just get to murder all these people premeditated, plan it out to a T, escape, get away with this stuff, and like, oh, just send me to the
crazy house.
Yeah, I just think that there should have been more for that. But other than that, no, I think he did a very, very good job creating this storyline, developing the characters. It was a fun read.
Yeah. It was really good. I enjoyed it. Yeah, I think that's all I really have for that book.
Cool.
Yeah.
I liked it.
It was a good.
It was a good pick.
I like that there were so many plot twists. I really enjoy it. I enjoy a really good, meaningful plot twist. Not just like a random one for no reason.
Right.
But, deliberate and it makes sense where you're just like, oh my God. And then another one, you're like,
yes.
But yeah, I think it was good. Awesome.
Cool.
So what do you have for us?
So next week we are going to be discussing Razorblade Tears by S.A. Cosby.
Cool.
Looking forward to that one.
Yeah. Some good reads.
We have.
All right, besties. So make sure you check that book out. Let us know again what your book recommendations are for us. And we will see you in the next episode.
Bye.
Bye.